Evening. My name is Stephen Parmley, and I'm running for Commander of Starfleet. Recently, we were at the CS debate panels, and we didn't get a chance to actually talk a lot about our campaign. It was good questions, good time, good people. So I'm going to take this time to actually discuss some campaign points, some stuff that we want to strive to actually do. Uh, I joined Starfleet about 10 years ago. It was to enjoy like-minded people, something I love. And in the last 10 years, that fun has actually decreased because there's a lot of people that take this too far. I've seen people say, well, I'm a higher rank than you. You have to do what I say, or I don't like you, so you're not going to get promoted. So this is something that we need to try as an organization to try to actually get out there that uh, that this is a family, and we will try to we will treat each other accordingly. Uh, I believe that our slogan is members first, Starfleet, leadership of the future, and that's because we chose that for the simple fact is we wanted to actually put our members first. They're paying for membership into the organization. They're wanting fun. They're wanting um, to interact at ICs and regional conferences. They're wanting positive and influence that they're seeing from the mail list, the Facebook post, and they're not really getting that. For the simple fact is it's been negative for the last few years. Over the last, I would say, 6 years, we have gone down in the fun. I've lost members because they said that they were tired of listening to the bickering. That's one thing that I believe that we need to do is we need to return to the core function of Starfleet being fun. Um, Without fun, they're paying just to get a membership card and that's it. What we need to work on is we need to try to remember that these are people on the other side of the computers, like Robert Westphal had suggested during the CS panel. These are people. We need to treat each other like we're human beings. The bickering, the fighting, yes, we are a family. Yes, it does happen, but it happens a lot. And that's one thing that we need to try to do is remember that we are a family and try not to go off on each other as much as we have. Some of the things that I will bring to the fleet if I'm elected. Uh, the 10 years I've been in Starfleet, I've not had one complaint against me. Uh, IG, JAG. I've been fair to everybody. I've always treated everybody with the utmost respect. Although there's been some people out there that can push the buttons, but you don't want to stoop to that level. You want to be pride and professional. One thing I will be bringing is I will do a monthly podcast. Basically, like I am now, I'm going to address the fleet, all the concerns, so people can see that the person they're talking to is real. It's not coming from just an email, so they can understand exactly from the body language and the language itself that it's serious. We will also be doing a monthly, if not bi-monthly, call with the region COs. That's going to give you a chance to actually get on the phone with me, get on the phone with my VCS, and explain and say, hey, we're having this problem, or hey, we don't have an academy course yet. Nobody's getting, the emails are not getting responded. So that's stuff that we want to know as a administration. We want to know exactly what's wrong with it. So we plan on doing monthly calls with myself and Steve Stott as my VCS. Another thing I want to touch on. We gained 1,300 members. Now listen to that, 1,300 members, and we've lost 1,000. So technically, we've only gained 300 people. That's bad. That's unacceptable. We need to find out why they left. Either it's not being renewed, or they're tired of the bickering. That's it. It's hard. It is, because as a person who's been in it for 10 years, my family's in it, and I look at it like, we lost 1,000 members. How can we justify bringing people in if we can't even keep the people we have? So I will be bringing on two different people. I will announce at a later date, but I will be splitting up the recruiting and retention. And it's not a bad thing. I want one person to specifically focus on retention. Find out how we can keep our members, whether it's more perks, anything that we can do to keep our members. That's what I want this retention person to do. He is not focused on recruiting, it's strictly retention. I want to keep the members we have first. We have over 4,000 members. I want to be able to keep them. So this new retention person is going to focus on retention, keeping our members, whether it's working on a renewal, sending out a renewal reminder, touching base with them, anything we can do to keep them on board. Now, my recruiting officer is just that. He's going to specifically focus on recruiting. He's going to help with local chapters. He's going to help get material made up. And his specific job is just that, recruiting. He's going to focus on bringing new blood in. And the retention officer is going to actually focus on keeping our family together. Gaining 1,300 members and losing 1,000, that's not really a win. That's just kind of like we settled because we brought 1,300 in, lost 1,000, so we only gained 300 people. That's not something to really be proud of. As a family, if we want to grow, we have to find the problem and fix it. And that's one thing that me and my team can do. We believe we can actually, with more positive experience. If you want positivity, if you want good rapport, if you want positive, basically if you want to be happy, it starts at the top and works its way down. If the CS is being respectful to everybody and the CS is being happy, then it should filter down. Because if tell you now, if you're negative at the top, it's going to be negative at the bottom. We plan on networking more, whether Facebook or telephone calls or chats or video conferences. It's going to be networking where we can actually get out and meet our members, talk to them more than just regional conferences and international conferences. We want our members to feel wanted. They pay a membership, and I mean, I've got some people, especially some of the overseas people, that feel like they are being left out. And I kind of understand where they're coming from. Regardless if you pay more because you live in Ireland or England to what you pay in the U.S., it doesn't matter. What matters is it's Starfleet. It's a family. Nobody should feel unwanted. Nobody should feel unappreciative. And that's one thing that I will definitely strive to. I've got a person in mind that's going to help me be the voice and help me actually figure out exactly what's going on over there. And I will announce his name at a later date as well. Oh, let's see. We have some people in Starfleet and in the Corps who basically has a position, but they don't do nothing. I will not put no one in a position that cannot do the job. If you send an email to this person and he goes weeks without contacting you, he's not doing his job. I'll give a warning, find out what's going on. If he needs more help, I'll get him more help. Or if he just doesn't have time or doesn't have the drive to do it anymore, then we'll look at, respectfully discussing his options, either removing him, asking if he needs to step down for personal issues, but it will be 100% respectful. It will not be, you're gone, goodbye. So basically, we want to try to be respectful for everybody under us. Another thing I'm kind of concerned with, there's been several times that I have read that we have shuttles in training that has either the paperwork has been sent up to launch and they haven't been launched, or they have paperwork's got misplaced. One thing I want to try to focus on again with the shuttles in training is I want to try to see if we can get more accountability for that. If the paperwork has already been sent to the from the regional level to fleet, then we need to try to find some better way of record keeping to make sure that people don't get misplaced. I've only heard this happen a few times in 10 years. It's not really a big issue, but it's something that I do want to address because we're getting new blood in, and to keep an organization going, we want to keep these people in. It's just like the fire service. If you want to keep your department going, you have to have fresh blood in. Well, it's just if you want another 40 years of Starfleet, we have to have more people coming in. If you don't have, and I'll reiterate this, if you don't have members, if you do not have anybody in Starfleet, there's no need for a CS. Now listen to that. If there's no membership, there's no need for a CS. And with that being said, that means if we are not treating our members with the utmost respect, then they're not going to renew. They're not going to want to tell anybody positive about us. So what's the point of having a CS if we don't have any membership? If we don't have members, we don't have Starfleet. If we don't have Starfleet, we don't have a CS. If we don't have a CS, we don't have fun. This is a family. People forgot that. The international liaison is and it's still something we're working on what the exact duties will be. But basically, he will attend the meetings with us, the phone conference meetings, and he'll let me know if there's an issue, if he's hearing, I don't like this anymore. You know, it's basically to come to us as an advisory saying, hey, this is what's going on. These members don't feel right. They feel like we're still being left out. So an international liaison, like I said, this is not something that's permanent yet. We're still working on it. But it's a second line to help the RC overseas. It's not replacing the RC by any means. This is just another tool that if people have problems, they can say, hey, you know, I need this, or I haven't got my courses, or I haven't got my promotion, or my certificates, or anything whatsoever. So it's something that we're toying with, and we're looking at. I do want to say, I want to re-interject, fun. IC 2016 was my second international conference. My second. My first one was 2014. I took Mike McGowan up. Awesome time. I met Wayne. I met all my friends I've had on Facebook. I met them. Awesome time. IC 2016 was just as good. Never had no problems. We socialized. The only two candidates that I seen that was down there socializing and talking to people was me and Reed Bates. But it was fun. We got out there. We were dancing. We were singing. And we had a blast. That's what Starfleet is. Starfleet is supposed to be fun. I met a young man that is interested in special operations, and he sat there and talked to me forever about special operations. And he said that he appreciates my time, and I told him, I said, regardless if I'm a CS candidate or not, I said, my door is always open for anybody in the fleet. I don't care if you're from Ireland, Brazil, Cuba, San Francisco, anywhere. My door is always open. I've had people come to me before I even decided to run saying, hey, I want your advice, or hey, I need to ask you a question. What do you think on this? What do you think that this should do? What do you think of this manual? What do you think of this uniform? I am one of the people that work well with others. I've always been there. I will continue to always be there. Whether the voters decide I'm not the candidate for them, that is fine. I respect that. I'm still going to fight. I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to support every member that comes to me and say, I have a problem. Oh, I need help. That's the type of person I am. A lot of people know me. A lot of people know they can count on me. And it's been my 10 years. I've had a distinguished service with Starfleet. I think my most exciting time I had is when I was in Region 1 under Ruth Lane. I was the DOIC of the 2nd Battalion and 1st Brigade of the Starfleet Marine Corps under Dennis Rayburn. That man did not know me. I was new. He gave me the option and the chance to prove myself. And when I hit the deck, I took off running. And ever since then, with everything I do, I take off running. So in closing, I would like to thank everybody that took the time to watch this. And just remember one thing, or a couple things, excuse me. 1,300 members, we recruited last year, we lost 1,000 and gained 300. Now, remember that number, 1,300, lost 1,000, gained 300. It's not the best, but we're still getting people in. The problem is that we need to find exactly, either it's a renewal issue or it's just people not wanting to come back because it's too much drama. The members will come first in my administration at all times. If you have a problem, if you're up in the middle of the night and you're trying to figure something out, or you have an issue with a crewman and you don't know what to do and you're nervous and you're upset, my phone will always be open to any member of Starfleet. Regardless if you're overseas, East Coast, West Coast, Central, my phone will always be open to any member of Starfleet that needs to talk. That's what family is. Family is there for one another, not sending an email, waiting a few days, and then getting a reply. If you don't have membership, remember, if you don't have membership, you don't have a CS. If you don't have a CS, you don't have Starfleet. There will be no 40 years from here if we cannot fix our problems today. Yes, I am an unknown person coming in, and a lot of people will say, you've never held a fleet position. The highest position I hold is in Starfleet Medical as the Fleet Fire Commissioner, and the DCO of Infocom was Starfleet Marine Corps. I hold those with high regards and respect, and a lot of people under me respect me for the work I have done and continue to do. So, the key points are memberships first, working on recruiting with 1,300 people and lost 1,000, and fun. This will be fun again. I promise you, as your CS candidate, that I will make sure I will try 110% to bring fun back into Starfleet. Will it be hard? Yes. Will there be people fighting me? Yes. But I will not waver from my course. I will make sure I stay true and steady. And I will do everything I can to bring back fun. Whether going to the ICs and acting like a fool. As long as people are laughing and having fun, that's all that matters. Is people having fun. So in closing, I'd like to thank everybody that I met at IC 2016. It was a pleasure. And I do want to take a moment to recognize my staff. You guys have done an outstanding job. Andrea, you have been my right hand. Without you, I probably would be lost with half the stuff I do. And another shout out is to Steve Stott, my candidate for Vice Commander Starfleet. He has been my left hand. That man has helped me, and he has been there every time I had a question or if I needed to talk to him about something. So about this email that come up, whatever. Andrea and Steve are my right hand and left hand. They are awesome. I've got the rest of my good staff. I got Derek Sauls from the USS Indiana. I got Ray Cordero. I got Jeff Higdon. I got Larry French. I have an outstanding team that I believe in my heart that we can fix Starfleet. I wish everybody a good evening and have a blessed day.